Mighty Mac. A new engine had arrived on the island. He was going to help take the vacationers up into the mountains. Thomas had arrived at the transfer yards. He was very excited to meet the new engine. "Hello," puffed Thomas.
"Hello, I'm Mighty."
"And I'm Mac." And together, we're Mighty Mac, they whistled happily. "Mighty Mac, you ought to take some vacationers to the mountain campground." Mighty Mac could see the vacationers. They were waiting on the platform. Mighty Mac didn't know how to get to the platform.
"We've always worked in the shunting yard."
"How will we find our way over to the passengers?" "It's simple. Look at where you want to go, then follow the track that will take you there." Mighty set off nervously. Mac thought his way was quicker. "This way!"
"No, Mac, it's this way."
Soon they were puffing left and right, backwards and forwards. They were very confused. They even had a ride on the turntable. "We're here!"
"Then why are the vacationers over there?"
"Because you didn't look where you wanted to go. You didn't follow the right track," said Mr. Percival sternly. "Now you're late." They felt very silly. Finally, the passengers were on board. Mighty Mac puffed through the countryside on the way to the campground. Then, in the mountains, there was a fork in the track.
"This way."
"Go the other way." But Mighty was already pulling them past the fork. Mac was cross. "This way." Now Mighty was cross. But Mighty Mac pressed on. Then there was trouble. They had arrived at a dead end. "This isn't the campground."
"This is your fault."
"Yours." The vacationers watched as Mighty Mac bumped backwards and forwards. "Stop! You're going to cause an accident." Mighty pushed Mac as hard as he could, and the coach crashed into the rocks. Soon, lots of rocks came tumbling down. The track was blocked, and they were all stuck. And it was all Mighty Mac's fault. They felt terrible. It was getting late. The vacationers were working hard. They were trying to get the coach back onto the rails. Then, with a mighty heave, the vacationers lifted the coach back onto the track. Mighty Mac was watching them.
When the vacationers worked together,
they lifted the heavy carriage onto the track. Then they had an idea. "If we both work together, we'll be strong enough to push those rocks out of the way." So Mighty Mac rolled up to the rocks and pushed and pushed. The rocks rumbled, and then they rocked until finally the track was clear. The vacationers cheered. Mighty Mac was ready to go. They could see the flag flying high above the campground. "Off we go!" they whistled together. And soon, they arrived at the campground. The vacationers were very happy, and Mighty Mac was very proud.
"You know, Mac,"
wheezed Mighty,
"when we pull together and work together,
we can be a very useful engine," whistled Mac. And they set off happily back down the mountain.